like Mark's power.
Uh-oh.
All right, I don't care. Okay, here we go. Look, let's do it.
We're going to do it.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to episode 330 of your Overseas Connection podcast, the official podcast of G4TE.com. We are your mature gaming gateway. We think we are live. Kim, your actual area looks like Mark Wright's area with no lights. Yeah, that's the way this day has gone. This day has just completely gone unexpectedly in weird directions, not the way I wanted. So, Kim, you weren't supposed to be on the show.
No, I wasn't.
No. Originally, Fraser was supposed to be on the show, but Fraser backed out because he had to do some Canadian thing. I think they were cooking bacon, to be perfectly honest.
Ooh, bacon.
No, not really. And then Mark stepped up, and Mark said, I will take the place of Fraser. And I was like, fantastic. And I was like, Mark, by the way, I have some last-minute files I need to send you, a bunch of audio files that our good friend Ian Chapstick sent to us that we were going to play audio-wise. So Mark got them. We're all excited. He's getting a soundboard set up, and then his power goes out, literally like 10 minutes before the podcast. So then we were scrambling, and I didn't know if Rich was showing up because Rich was nowhere to be seen. And Robin is like, I need to reboot my computer because I've got a black screen of death. I'm like, motherfucker, this cannot go any worse. And Robin, I need what you're drinking. I need a glass of that. But yeah, then Rich shows up, and suddenly Silver Lining, starting to see the clouds separating, and then Kim, you chimed in, yeah, I can get there, I'll be there. And,
I've just realized what it is. It's a full moon tonight. That's what it is. It's a full blue moon.
That'll be why I've gone into labor.
Exactly. Okay.
I look like I'm about to go into labor.
Yeah. Swallow, then breathe. That's the way you're supposed to do it. Yes. All right. Well, hey, we're a video game podcast. We talk about video games occasionally. We also talk about power outages and what we've been drinking and the fact that sometimes our customers that we deal with in business suck. And other times they're actually pretty cool. All right. Let's get some business out of the way first of all. I want to say a big shout outs to Stotty Sam and Phil Fee. Both of them recently followed us on Twitch. By the way,
I thought you were going to say both of them recently fallen in love.
They have fallen in love. Yes,
Sound like you're going to end.
Maybe you never know. It could be, Rich. It could very well be. They have fallen in love. But they are on Twitch, and
I have some breaking news about Filthy.
Oh, break some news on Filthy. Is he not in love with Stotty Sam anymore?
Pizzas are on the way. Virtual pizzas are coming soon to a stream near you.
I gotta tell you, I love pizza. I do love pizza, except for when it has mushrooms. Just saying.
Yeah, I heard another rumor today that the virtual pizza next episode will be coming out sometime in August. No pressure, Phil, but get to it. Looking forward to it.
No pressure. And I also wanted to shout out J.R. Cooper 89. He reached out to one of our moderators, the man who shall not be named, and he sent him a very nice message. He had been listening to our podcast, I guess for a few weeks now, and apparently he likes it. That's unverified, by the way. But no, so he sent off a very lovely message. I hope you don't mind me adding you. He added Dorian to his friends list, and to that extent, it reminds me, we should all say our gamer tags at the beginning. I don't think I've even introduced any of you guys yet, but we're going to go through our gamer tags. I want you guys to introduce yourselves, and let's just be open people. Let's say, you know what? If you want to be my friend, come be my friend. So I'm going to finish reading his thing, and then I'll get to introducing you guys, because you guys take second seat to listener feedback. So, so he went on, been listening to the Overseas Connection podcast for a few weeks now, and now my hands out of a cast, I wouldn't mind getting online with a few of you. So apparently he was, I don't know, injured somehow. Hands was in a cast. Maybe it was a masturbation accident. Maybe it was a motorcycle accident. I don't know. But so he's on the mend. He's looking for friends. He wants to game with people. So add us. That's what I have to say. My gamer tag on Xbox Live is Murphy's Law, Murphy's space Law. So feel free to add me. I check my friends list probably like every third week, but if I see you on there, I will definitely confirm you and add you in. There's still a few spots left on my friends list. Richard Webster, you're on this podcast.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yes, you are. Sometimes. And you are sporting quite the shirt today. Can we just show that off real quick? Maybe a little gun show as well. Nice. Very nice. Yes, Skyrim, baby.
What can I say? I've got style. I've got grace. She's a lady. I'm Big Bad Daddy on Steam and apparently the Windows 10 App Store now as well.
Nice. Okay.
Scary times, Greg. I went in just nuts deep. I just jumped in. I backed up a few files and just thought, fuck it, I'll upgrade. And here I am. This is, I don't know if you can see this, but this is Windows 10. This is what Windows 10 looks like.
Rich, it's amazing. It looks the same. But I will say this. On the Windows 10 front, I also, I dabbled. I didn't go balls deep into it.
You just stuck the tip in.
I put the tip in. My work laptop, I figured I would sacrifice first. So I did it on the work laptop. Everything worked fine. Actually, it runs really smooth. So I'm thumbs up on it. After this podcast, I will then upgrade my podcast computer and we'll see how that goes. I'm anticipating nothing but goodness.
Obviously.
Speaking of goodness, Kim Woods on the podcast.
Goodness, that's never mind. Yeah, I'm at GamerGirl27 on the Xbox and Steam. So, add me away.
Add away. And finally, last but certainly not least, the mouth from the north, the man from humble beginnings, Mr. Robin Tate.
What about you all? What about you from Northern Ireland? I'm doing an imitation of myself now.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're saying at this point.
It's Robin Tate here. Bongo the Sane. Bongo the Sane on Xbox Live. At Bongo the Sane on Twitter. Bongo the Sane everywhere. It's like a bongo madness thing.
I know.
It's just like everywhere you go.
I would just like to point out I think it should be Bongo the Insane.
I actually have that name registered on Xbox Live as well.
Okay.
Just in case
All right.
my alter ego ever takes over.
Backing up. I like it.
Yeah, it's been a damn busy week. It really has been crazy.
Yeah, it has.
And it's nice to come and sort of do this, and hopefully, as it always does, helps to unwind a bit. Or maybe that's the red wine. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, red wine.
So I think we need each other tonight. We need to get through this and enjoy it and embrace and let the stress go.
Robin, I could use a cuddle. I could use a cuddle today. It's been one of those days.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you were having a birthday party, I would come. I would come to your birthday party and give you a hug. If it's your birthday, I'll come.
Any other day, fuck off.
Yeah, no. I mean, I was listening to another podcast, sort of friends of the show today, and I hear that Stu isn't going to go to Chinny's birthday party because he has another little family event going on, and I think that's awful. Yeah, friends,
I was all
bros
set
before.
I was all
bros
set
before daughters,
I was all set to go to Chinny's birthday party, and then I found out it was across the Atlantic Ocean, and that soured my intentions. But all right.
Well, don't worry. Eventually, if you did fly, eventually they do find the bits of the plane, and that's been proved this week. So
it's been proven this week.
fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We will not be making any lion hunting jokes. Is that clear? All right.
Hey, this chat is filling up. We've got Storm. Was that Storm?
Stormy Sam.
X99.
Oh, okay. Maybe not.
He is a new guy. That's a new face in there. You've got some weird boy that does things with syrup and bacon.
For the love of
You
God.
got Step J in there. You got Mark Annex in there somewhere or another, and
Which, by the way, how he is actually in the Twitch chat is beyond me, since his power is completely out. He has to be
he's
watching
on his
this. Yeah, he's on his phone.
It's on his mobile. His Nokia 9310 does Twitch. Everything does it, And they got Step J in there as well, so that's great. So hi, new guy, Storm. Nice to have you in the chat. Pronounced Storm AX99.
Storm
Pronounced?
AX99.
Storm AX99. Good to have
Sounds like
me.
the new Nike trainers that are coming out next year.
Storm
It's a
A89.
buzzword name. I like it.
Yeah, that's good. All right, well let's power on. Let's talk about video games. So I really haven't played anything other than The Witcher 3. I had all kinds of good intentions of getting into Batman finally. I was going to play some World of Tanks. I was going to do a little preview of another game that's coming up. We'll get into that shortly, but everything just went sideways. I didn't even get a chance to play any golf. That's how bad this week was. I even set up I even set up the competition and I didn't get a chance to play golf. So, yeah.
It's terrible.
It is terrible. It makes me sad.
There's
But
24 hours in a day, Greg.
it feels like there's not.
that
But
feeling.
Witcher 3 still good. Still good, and I'm now 7 days and 8 hours into playtime. So, yeah, it's good. Loving it. All right.
7 days?
Yeah.
7 days?
That's all I play these days.
My God.
But that's going to be changing very soon. All right. Well, let's talk to somebody who has played something other than The Witcher 3, which pretty much is everybody, I think, here. Let's go. Kim, what about you? Kim, nothing. Never mind, Kim. Nothing. I just saw that.
Unless Clash of Clans and Tap Titans count, I haven't played anything. So.
Well, tell me about Tap Titans, because we've heard enough about the stupid Canadian cult that Fraser abandoned, and then Nicole backstabbed him to steal. That she didn't even have to, because he was going to abandon anyway.
Well, Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah.
It's I don't know how to explain it exactly, but you're up against, it's like an RPG, and you're up against these gigantic monsters, and you get sidekicks, and pretty much all you do is sit there and you tap the screen. So,
So very
There's not much-
engaging.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
But if you're standing in line at the grocery store and nothing better to do, tap Titans. So yeah, exactly. There you
Right. Okay. Yes, Tap Titans.
go. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. Was there anything exciting about Clash of Clans that happened, or should we just are we just moving on?
No.
Clash of Clans is 3 years old, just at the moment. And happy birthday, Clash of Clans. Yeah, we're losing every week. We're being very, very consistent at that at the moment. We are getting stronger every week. But the main news is, yes, it's a 3-year-old. Happy birthday, Clash of Clans. And until the 9th of August, I believe it is, all of your collectors can be boosted for 1 gem each. So get boosting, clanners. Get all that gold and all the elixir and all that dark elixir. Yes, it's free or very cheap anyway. So, yep, that's Clash of Clans. Move on.
Moving on. Yes. All right. Moved on from Clash of Clans. Richard Webster.
Hello.
Let's talk to you. What have you been playing, sir?
Okay, well, I finished Arkham Asylum a few weeks ago, so I jumped into Arkham City. And I've played that for a few hours, and I'm enjoying it, but I feel like I'm all Batmaned out. It's like too much Batman in like a short space of time. So I've put it away for a little bit. Still waiting for Arkham Knight to be released, so I'll just play the old ones. But I haven't played the old ones before anyway, so that's new.
All right.
GTA 5, I was playing a lot of GTA 5.
Right.
And they fixed the stutter issue with the update, but I've not played it since about a week ago. So I tried it today on my Windows 10, and it won't run. It won't load.
That's an encouraging sign. That's a performance increase.
Yeah, the update downloads and then says if downloads pretty much fully, like the progress bar, and then it says connection to the server lost, and then just doesn't connect. So I don't know if it's a problem with the servers tonight. I'm going to try it again tomorrow. The only thing I can think of doing is reinstalling the whole game, which is like a 70 gigabyte download.
Yeah.
PCs.
PCs. This is all, this is clearly proving that Gabe Newell was right. Microsoft's evil plan. They're shutting out Steam and basically, is that what's going on, Rich?
No, I didn't download mine from Steam.
No,
I
never
downloaded
mind.
mine from somewhere else. the Rockstar Social Club.
So this is Microsoft's evil way of shutting out Rockstar, not Steam. Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
Wow, my zip goes right the way up on these pants. I'm wearing house tracksuit bottoms, just saying.
House tracksuit bottoms. So now, what is the difference between house tracksuit bottoms and maybe outdoor tracksuit bottoms?
The fact that I don't wear them outside. That's
Fair enough. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, now that we've gotten your entire wardrobe out of the way.
I've turned them into shorts.
yeah.
I'm wearing shorts now. Awesome.
Yeah,
This is exactly how I thought this podcast would go.
that's what happens with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Robin, so I'll move on.
Robin is frozen with his finger in his ear.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
So yeah, onto Windows 10. You've upgraded to Windows 10, Greg. Robin,
Yes.
have you dove in yet?
Downloading somewhere
Right.
It hasn't told me I can yet. It'll probably
Okay.
take me about 6 months for it to download out here in the sticks. Is the Rednex broadband? I think I've heard it's been called.
Right.
So that's like a Redneck broadband. So
What about you, Kim?
Wait,
You
what?
downloaded it?
Windows 10.
No, I tried to, but my desktop, it says it's something's incompatible. So I have to work on it. But I have it reserved on my laptop, but it hasn't showed up yet. So
Got it.
Yeah, it wasn't showing up on mine either. So I went. There's a link you can go to, and you can download a ISO file directly from Microsoft, or a little file to download it instantly. So if you're impatient, don't want to wait.
Right. Downloading
Uh,
instantly, by the way, is not accurate.
Yeah,
No.
well, you download the downloader pretty instantly.
Right, right.
It's one of them. We'll give you a 3 kilobyte file that you have to download first, and then
Right.
then you can download the rest.
And then you feel all
Um,
good about yourself, and then suddenly it's like 2%.
Yeah, basically.
so
yeah,
I'll be
Windows
downloading
10.
it for 3 days.
I mean, I went from 7 to 10, so it's a pretty big jump for me.
Right.
I'm not used to live tiles or funky, sexy stuff.
Yes.
But I was really impressed with how much it actually kept from my old operating system, even to the point where there's a program I use and it automatically, when you choose like file open, it automatically opens up the last location that you went to on your computer,
Okay.
like the last folder. I updated it to 7 and that still remembered where I last went. So there's a lot that it keeps like safe.
Okay.
I've only had one, apart from GTA 5. I've only noticed one software issue right now. For anyone listening, it's Direct 3D Overrider. It's a little program that people use to force triple buffering in PC games to help
Right.
with performance. That doesn't seem to work very well at all, like it didn't with Windows 8. But apparently, you can download Radeon Pro, which I know is for AMD software, but it works with NVIDIA cards, so download that. Other than that, mate, I've tried Oblivion, Fallout 3, Skyrim, loads of games, just trying them, and everything's working boss, even slightly better.
Yeah, I've heard. Speaking of the slightly better part of it, so there's been some, comparisons being done now, comparing Windows 8.1 to Windows 10, because Windows 8.1 was reported, it was actually pretty good for gaming. It just wasn't necessarily that great for a user interface. But the Windows 10 does seem to be improving slightly slightly better to marginally better, I would say, is probably the best description. It's not like a huge leap, but one of the other things to note is that Windows 10, I think the big performance gains are really still going to come with the release of DirectX 12, which it's still not here. So when that happens, it'll be really interesting to see how Windows 10 performs with that.
Yeah, I'm actually quite interested to see how developers are going to move towards DirectX 12. Because obviously the Xbox One has DirectX 12 now, and so does PC. So developers are able to code for DirectX 12 on both platforms. But where does that leave the PlayStation 4? Has anything been said about that?
It leaves them
Old
out.
technology.
Yeah.
Because I can
Obsolete.
honestly see some developers ignoring DirectX 12 to make it easier for them to develop for all three
Right.
using the old DirectX.
I could see that. That is going to be kind of one of those problems, and I think it ultimately is going to be a situation of how easy is it to develop for DirectX 12, because PlayStation 4 is still, they're learning how to develop for that. They know how to develop for that now. So I think that's still going to probably be lead platform for a lot of games. So,
Rich, do you think? I mean, is it a big step forward, DirectX 12? I mean, graphically, is it a leap?
Basically, to try and explain it in like a really simple way, because I'm doing like programming and stuff, but this kind of goes beyond that. From what I understand, imagine the game talks to a middleman. And that middleman then feeds the information to another layer of software, which then talks to the CPU. DirectX 9, it was basically one thing at a time. One, they call it threads, one thing at a time. DirectX 10 and then 11 pushed it so that you could almost multitask, but you were still going through one channel.
Right. It all funneled to one channel.
Funneled to one. Now DirectX 12 gets rid of one of the middlemen completely and literally talks more or less game directly to CPU through DirectX 12, so you can have multiple threads.
Right. I mean, in some respects, really what it's doing is it's opening up to the PC what consoles have, in a sense, been kind of doing for this past generation. You're having kind of that open, more fluid back and forth. I
think it's going to be very interesting with Gamescom in the next few days, Greg, because we'll chat about it in a while, I'm sure, but I could see Microsoft announcing something really big for PC using DirectX 12 and the whole integration with Xbox there as well. So, and it might even be a completely standalone Windows 10 unannounced title, kick-ass thing. So it'll be interesting because I think Gamescom is now where you've got Phil Spencer in there now. He's laid out a stall over the last year. Things are really come together, and Windows 10 is really the beginning of that new generation. So it'll be interesting to watch that over the next few months. Yeah. And next week, next Tuesday isn't Gamescom, isn't it?
Next Tuesday kicks off.
I have noticed what like just touching on what you've just said about Phil Spencer. Like, I remember the days of Don Matic, and he'd come out with his suit and his grin and his fucking grown-up Zach Morris haircut, and like talk like business, like, hey guys, yes, I've got a Jaguar outside, but like in an American way.
That was actually pretty accurate.
Phil Spencer's there in his jersey and his fucking Penny Arcade t-shirts. He's at Gamescom, he's at E3, he's at the AMD PC gaming thing. Phil Spencer is basically trying to be on the level, I think. You know how like Cliffy B at Epic, he was always trying to be like the dad who always tried to hang out with the cool kids. Right. That's how Cliffy B looks, and I think Phil Spencer's going for that. And I think you're right. I think he's got something up his sleeve, whether it's a new IP or whether an existing franchise that will be DX12, Windows 10, Xbox One exclusive, and it will showcase.
I don't think he's trying. I think he is. I think he is that gamer. I think Cliffy B is that gamer as well, that fun guy who hasn't really grown up. I think they're both that way. I think they're they just of that generation of us.
Happen to own cars that are probably more expensive than my house. Yeah. But so speaking of Gamescom, I fully expect there to be some not so much DirectX 12 announcements, but Windows 10 announcements. And I would actually say I expect a Windows 10 exclusive PC game announcement at Gamescom. I think they come and they bring it a little bit, especially in the home of the RTS. Germany, they love their RTS strategy games. I would not be shocked if we got some kind of it was Age of Mythology, I think that was being rumored as coming back, or Rise of Nations, something like that being announced, PC exclusive, bringing it back just for PC gamers.
And you know what's been said by specialists within the industry as well, that DX12 won't really play a major part noticeably on all game genres. It's only, and they picked out two games. They picked out open world games and strategy games.
Right.
So that's you pointing out a strategy game there. That's pretty much spot on for what DX12 is designed for. It's about as many things on screen as possible, as many draw calls.
Right. And if you think about Microsoft's future lineup, Two of the big games they have, already kind of in the cooker, if you will, open world, Sea of Thieves and Crackdown.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Crackdown.
yeah. All right. Let's see. Robin, Rich, were you done? Was there anything else you wanted to discuss in game-wise?
No, I did want to just point out, because I haven't said it on this show, that after that Nintendo stuff that was going on that everybody's talked about to death, I've been playing a lot of my DS, and I kind of like what they do. It's like simple games for games,
Sure.
because video games type stuff. And it's made me decide that I'll probably end up buying whatever the NX is. I don't know why. I just think it's time.
It's time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
I think Nintendo could be very well poised. I mean, depending on what they do with the NX. I mean, we don't know, but
Yeah.
they've done it before. They will do it again. They know how to make a good system. They know how to make good games. Yes, they did not strike it well with the Wii U. They didn't strike it well with the GameCube. But you know what? After the GameCube, they had the Wii, and they had the 3DS, and they're all, I think, signs that Nintendo bounces back very well. Yes, they have off years, just like Microsoft with their operating systems. Every other year, it's like, you didn't want Vista, stay away from Vista, but you wanted XP, well, XP, then Vista, then it was, what came after Vista? Was it Emmy? Seven.
Yeah.
Emmy we don't talk about.
No.
Yeah.
All right, Robin, what have you been playing, my friend?
Yeah, okay. I just want to say hello to Baby Tall, who's in from Austria. I don't think we've ever had anybody from Austria before.
No, Baby
I hope
Tall.
she'll be back. She'll be back. So, yeah, hello there, Baby Tall. She wanted to say something really weird. It's a word that I won't pronounce, but it means something about the tail of a squirrel. It's a word in Austrian that, Germans can't pronounce it, seemingly. Anyway, the things that I've been playing, I've been playing something new. Through our Canadian friend, managed to get a code early for a game called The Cube Director's Cut. I think it's been out on PC for quite a while.
Right.
From a company called Toxic Games. And I played it from top to bottom this week. The Cube. What is the Cube? The Cube is a Portal similar, like very much in the style of Portal puzzle game. You're going through. The levels are all walls, just like Portal. It looks like a Rubik's Cube. All the little sort of grey, like all the blocks are grey and all the walls. And some of the puzzles, just like a Rubik's Cube, where you would move the middle section around. Some of the puzzles, you're actually moving parts of the walls around to get to other places. Now, the game's very, very like Portal. There's different levers to pull and buttons to press. The problems aren't overly taxing. Some of them are, do your noodle in, but you can get through them. But I got enamored with it this week and played it over 3 or 4 nights. Now, there is a very loose story that you're abandoned on this space station, something or other, and you've got voices in your head that appear, and maybe you've been knocked out and you have no memory of where you are. You've been in deep sleep for a long time. All that and that's sort of only overlay onto the game. It's like this is a puzzle game, and they've given this overlay to try and make it a bit more interesting. But it's a great little game. It's not very expensive, and it really scratches that whole Portal thing. It's very, very well done. So the Cube Director's Cut, I think it's just out this week. I think it's about a tenner. So it's worth picking up if you like Portal. It was good.
Excellent.
I went back and finished off my Halo 3 playthrough again on the Master Chief Collection.
Right.
Such an awesome game. Just awesome. You just forget how good the storytelling and everything is in it. Just brilliant. I just really enjoyed getting through Halo again, and just the expanse of the levels and how epic some of the set pieces are. Just brilliant. So I've ODST now to line up and work my way through ODST. So I'm looking forward to that.
ODST and Halo 3 both brought probably one of my favorite game modes to the Halo franchise, and sadly not coming to Halo 5, at least as far as I know. No.
Firefight.
Firefight. Yeah, Firefight.
Yeah.
And it was different from Horde mode, which it's kind of hard to explain, but I mean, it was wave based, but it felt different from Horde mode. I really don't know how quite to describe it. It felt more dynamic, whereas Horde mode you kind of knew, where they were coming from and kind of, I don't know. Horde mode to me in Gears of War was more predictable, whereas in Firefight I felt, especially the enemy AI, just in terms of how they would react to you, I always found it far more challenging.
Yeah, there was never this bit where like you knew that, okay, from that side of the map, that's where they always come from. There was never any of that, was there? It was always like as if, like on a normal level where you kill all the enemies, they just kind of respawn in different areas and come at you from different ways. And I liked how some of the maps, they had like this one map where it was sort of a stronghold in the middle, if I'm remembering rightly. And like you could sort of hold up in there and on the different levels and stuff. And I think that was one of the levels where they had those mean monster like bike things. Don't even know what they are. The Covenant motorbikes.
Yeah, like
gears.
the big like gears or chain thing, or like a chainsaw thing at the front of them.
Yeah. They are probably my favorite vehicle, apart from the big tanks. But yeah, they're quite good.
Well, I wasn't playing on Legendary. I was playing on Heroic, which is tough enough. It's all right. Now there was one level in it. It's the one where you're sort of inside the monster. It's like all fleshy and the horrible zombie monsters are there. That was pretty tough. But yeah, just really good. And that Master Chief Collection package is excellent value.
No,
I mean I've played very, very little of the online stuff, and I probably won't either. But there's just so much to it. So yeah, it's excellent. Okay, I haven't finished GTAV, so I went back to GTAV this week, and I had no problems whatsoever. I put the disc in, I started it up, and it played fine.
That's good. That's the way it's supposed to work.
GTAV is so much fun. I've heard people saying they didn't really like the characters, and the characters are despicable, but they're so likable in a despicable way. just really good. Trevor is just unbelievably bad. I don't know how far I am. I've just got the parachute. I just done the level with that where you fly a biplane into the back of a cargo plane and you get a parachute out of it. So I don't know if I'm halfway through, a third of the way through. I haven't a clue. Because I can't. I'm like OCD. I've been playing all these little side levels, and every time there's a question mark, I'm away off to it. When I picked up one of these accidental little miniature side quests where a little blue dot appeared, and I picked up this guy and the girl that were really, really drunk, and they asked me, Trevor, would I take them to their hotel? So one choice was to take them to this cult and drop them off the cult and not bring them back to the hotel at all. So you drive, and it takes maybe they got to 5 minutes to get from where they are, drunk as skunks, up to the cult where they get captured. But they're shagging in the back of the car. It's so the 5 minute journey. I'm just in stitches laughing at them with just what they're coming out with, and literally they are. Yeah, just my God, this is happening. So I just love all of the weirdness and all of the little side things. There must be so much I've missed, but it's a lot of fun. GTAV is a good game. It is. Yeah. So it's one of those things. A bit like Halo. I keep on going back and doing a couple of hours, and I get sucked into it for a while, and then the next shiny thing comes on.
I love the next shiny thing.
Yeah, and the next shiny thing that I've been playing, and I've played about an hour of it, believe it or not, is a fantastic game. And there's a bit of history with this game. This is the very first game I ever played on a computer.
Okay, I was wondering about this, because I honestly had never heard of this game. So continue on, please.
I played this game when it came out in 1979. It's called Lemonade Stand, and it came out for the Apple II Euro Plus machine that I played in my high school when I was first year, and you had to put your name on the board in the computer studies office to get your 15 minutes of time to get it. Right. Lemonade Stand is a very simple game, and You go in, you choose you see what sort of weather there's going to be. Is it going to be sunny or dull or rainy? So you choose how much lemonade you're going to have, what it costs, how many advertising signs you're going to have, how much you're going to charge for it. So then you choose those things, and then you'll find out if the weather was good or bad, or whether it was a busy day or not, and you see how much money you make. Very, very simple, almost text-based, crappy graphics. And I came across this on a fantastic thing called the Internet Archive. And the Internet Archive, you get it at archive.org. And what the Internet Archive has done is they have catalogued hundreds and hundreds of pieces of classic software which you can play in a window on your screen.
Right.
DOS games, old Windows games up to about 2005. I think there's about 400 or 500 arcade titles up there. Also, a lot of old movie reels and stuff like that there. But if you've never looked at the archive.org, I'd recommend you to go to it. If you're of a certain age, you can go back. You can play the original Elite. You can go back and play some of the old DOS games. You can go right back to Adventure, The Hobbit on the Spectrum ZX81. Just fantastic. But Lemonade caught me today, and I went, "Oh my God, that is the first ever game I played," and it just got me. It got me, and I made some money selling Lemonade. So that's what I've been at. I did play a bit of Rocket League. Hopefully Mark will come in and have a chat about Rocket League. Played it with the kids, not mostly online, but on split screen, and that is a lot of fun. But it's great, but it's Forza. Was it Forza 4 had that car football mode that you could play in it, and it's like that on speed, and it's a lot of fun. So I think a lot of people are having fun on Rocket League on the PS4. That's about what I've been doing. It's been a good gaming week.
All right. Well, we're now going to potentially break the internet. Or break my internet. Mark writes, who his power went out. We're going to see if we can add him to the call. Normally,
Fingers crossed.
yeah, I know. Normally, I don't know. I don't know about this guy. I just don't know about him. All right. Well, let's see if we can bring him in on the fly. If my computer will cooperate. There's his lovely face with his. It's a chia pet that he's holding, by the way. We've gone into our dynamic 4-person view. This is crazy.
Hello.
Mark, can you hear us, Mark?
Me?
Yes.
I can hear you. I have power.
Hello, Mark.
Hello.
No one man should have all that power.
No, the whole street didn't have any power. Yeah. So what you been up to?
Mark, we've pretty much been
talking about me, have you?
podcasting. Yes, we've been talking about you. We've been podcasting.
I've been watching you.
Yes. Well, I think at this point you should talk about what you have been playing.
Yeah. Rocket League. Tons and tons and tons of Rocket League. It is a bit like what Bongo says. It is like Forza 4's football mode. Apart from it's a million times better. It's superb. It's what that Forza one should have been. It's just brilliant. There's different game modes where you can have 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, or 4v4.
Right.
The most popular one's 3v3. My son likes playing 2v2. He's really good at that. You basically drive round a football pitch. There's a goal at each end, and you just have to get the ball in the net. It's that easy. When you press X, your car will jump in the air. If you press X again, you'll do a flip towards whichever way your stick's pointing. So you can do left flips, right flips, forward flips, back flips. And then you've got a boost. To fill your boost up, there's little orange dots across the pitch, and you drive on these and you collect them. And then when you boost, it obviously propels you really fast. Or if you're in the air and you press a boost, you can literally fly. And it's really cool. It's quite hard to control, but you can get some superb goals with it. And it's just an absolute ton of fun. It's hilarious. I did some online play earlier this week with Shiny. He introduced me to it.
Right.
I've had it all month, obviously, with PS Plus, but I've not actually played it. I've not had time to play it. And then Shiny was streaming, and then he says, after the stream, I'm going to do some Rocket League. Do you want to join me? And I did, and we were on for hours. It was such a good laugh. Brilliant.
I've heard through the grapevine, Mark, that this is now kind of your top 5 potential
It's going to be my top 5. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Are you sure though? There's a lot still to come.
I know. Well, it's up there at the moment with Batman and Bloodborne.
Batman.
Yeah.
What about The Witcher 3?
I've not played it yet, have I? I
Mark,
keep holding off.
Christ's
I ain't got
sakes,
the
man.
time.
What
What
is
are you
wrong
waiting
with
for?
you?
And I'll need time. I'll get to it. Don't worry. I'll get to it.
Yes.
I'm sure that'll be my top 5 as well.
I'm going to just throw it out there. I think so. I
Yeah.
think so. Yes.
So,
Well-
is all you want to know about Rocket League?
Well,
thank-
Each
thanks, Mark.
game lasts 5 minutes.
See ya.
no. I mean, obviously, this is, I don't have a PS4 right now, so I mean, that's not a game that I can play. But yes, I
Yeah.
would love to know as much as possible. I know there's a lot of listeners that they've been hearing good things about it. So here's a question for you: in terms of the team stuff, did I
Yes.
hear correctly? And again, I'm not trying to slight the game, but did I hear correctly that 3v3 you can't actually play with friends?
Yeah? Yeah, you can play with friends. But it's me,
well,
Shiny, and
for ranked
Recruit
matches.
B.
Sorry, for ranked matches. For ranked
Oh, I
matches.
don't know. I've not done ranked.
Okay.
The ranked matches at the moment don't really have any purpose apart from I think you get a bit more XP. They have said that they are introducing leagues.
Right.
So the ranked matches will go to the leagues. Yeah, Recruit B just put in the chat. Ranked, you can't. It's solo only.
Yeah, so that doesn't make sense to me. And I just want to throw this out there. It's a competitive game based on playing as a team. So why in the world would they not want you to get your team together and go play a ranked match? It just
you
doesn't. That
think
doesn't
so?
make any sense to me. I mean,
Especially
outside
if
of
you want it
that,
to be in a big esport.
Yeah,
you
that's
think
like-
you get a team together.
yeah, that's like the one black mark, if you will. And it's not a big one, but I mean, that's kind of the. You would think that would have been a no-brainer.
Yeah, yeah. But it's one of those games where the what's the word? What am I looking for? The concept. That's it.
Right.
The concept is basic, but basic games usually are the best ones.
Yes, the concept hit the fucking
and-
ball.
Yeah, and there are unlocks. As you progress, you get XP for doing like really good saves, or if you get the ball crossed into the the opposition's sort of like penalty area.
Right, right.
You know, like if you're setting up a goal or you get
Describe
an
it.
assist.
Yeah, describe it like football. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. So you get XP for all that, and then
Right.
you unlock different cars, you unlock different paint jobs, different wheels, antennas, graphics,
Okay.
different
Hats.
flame trails coming out the back. Yeah, hats. Yeah, a hat on a
Everybody
car.
loves hats.
I've got. I had a sombrero for quite a while. That was cool.
it's good, man.
Yeah.
I might have to have tacos tonight now. Thank you for that suggestion.
Yeah. I had burritos, not burritos, enchiladas with my tea.
Making me hungry. With your tea.
Yeah.
Enchilada with your tea.
Tea. Well, tea's our name for dinner.
Huh.
We have
Recruit,
dinner and tea, not lunch and dinner.
No,
So we're
exactly.
coming up north.
Got it.
recruit says in that there that hit the ball, hope cool stuff happens was
Yeah.
actually the design doc for Rocket League,
Yeah.
and that's very true.
Yeah.
very
There is a
very
lot
true.
of stuff involved, but you can pull some spectacular stuff off. I know John Mao has put some We Are Epics up. I've put some videos up.
I was just going to say, Mark, this is the prime example of a game to create some We Are Epic videos and post it up to our Facebook page, which is Epic. This is an epic fail on my part. What the hell is our Facebook? The Epic sub
We are-
URL. The Dorian special.
Epic.g4t.com.
Yes. You'd think I would remember that. But I'm old. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
epic.g4t.com. That's where you want to send that video because 30-second clips win you potential money.
Yeah.
And if it's a money shot, even better.
Yeah. But yeah, this game's got me really, really, really buzzing, and I really hope it does come to Xbox One because I really want you guys to experience it because it shouldn't be held back to just one platform or two platforms. It should be for everyone.
Yeah.
And it is a small development team, and they have said they are going to bring it to Xbox One if they get enough support and funding. So
I
they're
think-
releasing a DLC pack in early August, and I'm definitely going to buy that. Because obviously I got the game free with PS Plus,
Right.
so I want to support the devs. It's only £3 or something for this DLC pack.
Now, is this out on Steam as well, or is it just... Okay.
It's on PC and PS4, and it's platform play, so we can play against PC players.
Oh, very cool.
Which
That's something you don't hear.
Yeah, it's good.
Excellent. Mark, anything else?
Yeah, I got F1 2015 this week. Managed to pick a cheap copy up on eBay, so I can join in with the track guys. Because on the 360, I used to love the F1 games.
Right.
I played quite a few of them. We used to run a league on G4G for quite a few years, every year with different games. I've not done that much on it. I've done the first sort of like main race, but it's quite a lot of involvement because you have half an hour practice session, then you have your qualifying, then you have your race, which was half distance, so it was like 27 laps.
Right.
So it's not a quick race, but yeah, it's superb, really good. There are a few little niggles with it, a few bugs, but I know there's some patches in the works.
Right.
Yeah, it's a big improvement on the 360 version. I'm
Okay.
very
Does
happy with it.
it look a lot better, Mark?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, especially for sort of like the weather effects and that, little things. Yeah, it makes a difference.
It does. Robin, you
They've
just
left out the co-op mode though, which we can't understand. That's the downside of it. They've left co-op mode out.
they left co-op mode out.
Yeah.
As in, well,
You used to do a co-op season, so
Yeah.
Okay.
On the 360 versions, I used to always do it with David the Alien. We'd be teammates in the team, so
Got
we'd
it.
both be in like I think we used to always pick the Lotus. So he'd take like Kimi Raikkonen's place, I'd take Grosjean's place, and then we'd work as a team to work way up, get the constructors championship as well as battling it out for the drivers title. And we had some awesome times with that. But yeah, they've taken that. Which is,
Steps that Jay's saying that there's quite a bit of screen tear. Have you noticed any of that?
no, like I say, I've only done one. I've only done Melbourne in Melbourne, as
Melbourne.
calls it. Melbourne. So I've only done one race, so I've not really noticed it.
okay.
But I'm going to be doing the hot lap challenge this weekend, so if I do spot it, I will let you guys know.
What were you going to say there, Greg?
I was going to ask about the bottle of wine that you just polished off that you put aside. What are we drinking tonight, Robin?
We have another bottle of Yellowtail tonight. Last time it was Jammy Rami Roo, I think it was. This time we're on the bit of Shiraz Cabernet, a little
Shiraz. The old
I'm
Shiraz
fucking
Yellowtail.
Australian,
Well, that is
yes.
perfect timing because we don't really have a news quiz this week, primarily because I was shocked by last week. Shocked. I mean,
yeah, we can't live up
You
to
have
that.
some amazing,
Especially with Bongo, yeah.
amazing balls.
I know.
We
Crazy.
can't do that this week with Bongo around.
No. There will be no such thing. So no news quiz, but we did have some speak pipes sent to me.
crap.
I have not heard these speak pipes at all. So Mark, I'm going to stall for a little bit of time while you get yourself squared away. I sent them over to Mark. They are from our good friend from Down Under, Chapstick, Ian Chapstick. Yep. Melbourne.
I don't think he's actually, but
No, I don't know where he. Maybe he says it on one of the speak pipes. I don't know. All I know is we're in for a little bit of a convo. I think this actually are a bunch of questions he actually sent us. He actually contacted me earlier in the week and let me know that he had done this, and of course I had completely screwed this part up. Yeah. So I sent in a few speak pipes. I've done a bit of a you can't fix stupid quiz. So that's what we've got. Only 3 questions for the quiz, but 5 speak pipes in total. So Mark, why don't we start up playing the speak pipes, and once we get to a question, we'll figure out how to do it. Maybe we'll just circle it around, throw it around. Why not?
G'day guys, Chapstick 1 here. Just thought I'd send you a speak pipe message to show you what an Australian accent actually sounds like. So try and emulate this if you can.
Fucker.
Last year I brought everyone a segment called You Can't Fix Stupid, where I brought you a series of news clippings that showed stupid people doing stupid things around the world. So I thought I'd bring that back in speak pipe form this year into what will be known as You Can't Fix This Stupid News Quiz. So I'll ask you guys a question, and then Greg will read out the answer, and you can each take it in turns to answer if you like.
Hang on. This now requires me to have been doing something. I now understand. I cannot be part of
the
this. Yes.
issue. I couldn't hear that.
Yes. I have the answers. I'm pulling them up on my phone as we speak. So, all right. Go ahead and play the next speak pipe. And we'll give this one to Rich. Rich, you have to interpret Australian.
Okay.
So here's question number 1, guys, and it's a favourite of mine from a while back. I brought you guys a news clipping last year of a man who bit the penis off of another man because he refused to turn down the volume on his gaming system. Now, can you please tell me what gaming system it was that the man wouldn't turn down? Was it A, a PlayStation, B, an Xbox, or C, a PC?
I don't remember this.
Rich, did the toothless man bite off somebody's penis because he wouldn't turn down the music on his Xbox, his PC, or his PS4? PC and penis, by the way, they do kind of go together.
Yeah. We are the biggest wankers. I'll give you that. Yeah. Let's say PlayStation.
Richard Webster, you are wrong, my friend. It was, in fact, an Xbox.
Those fucking Xbox gamers,
I know.
like animals.
Has he now got an X-cock?
Yes. Oi, turn down your Xbox. Fuck you, I'll bite you in the penis.
Sorry about that. If you're watching live, I was just checking to see if my penis was still there. That's what I was doing. Sorry about that.
All right.
I've
yes,
seen mine for years, nobody there.
yes, Ian, I'll continue to do that to improve my Australian
I need to get rid
accent.
of my fat belly first.
Next, please,
Nice to
Mark.
see your
Next one?
penis again,
Yes.
wouldn't it?
Next one,
Yeah.
please.
Reunited at last. Right. You ready for the next one?
I think so.
Question number 2. A few years back, a man tried to jump the fence of the White House and storm the grounds clad in gaming gear, only to be tackled by security personnel from the Secret Service. What gaming gear was he wearing? Was it A, a Master Chief helmet and t-shirt, B, a Super Mario cap and blue overalls, or C, a Pikachu cap, a Pikachu t-shirt with a Pikachu stuffed toy?
Kim, this goes to
Yeah.
you. Sorry. Master Chief, Mario, or Pikachu attire?
Pikachu sounds funnier, so we'll go with Pikachu.
Kim, I'm sorry. Your reign of being wrong is over. You're right. Pikachu for the win. Yes, the crazy madman was in a Pikachu hat and Pikachu T-shirt, and a stuffed Pikachu. He also had an actual Pikachu with him. So there you go.
The guy likes Pikachu, I take it.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Apparently so.
Pikachu. All right, number 3, please. Robin,
Right,
this
there we
is
go.
for you.
And now for the final question. Recently, a Thai man was arrested for reenacting a scene that he'd played in Grand Theft Auto. What crime did he commit? Did he A, carjack a taxi, murder the driver, and flee in the stolen taxi with the dead driver in the back seat, intending to rob the driver of his money to pay for more Grand Theft Auto games? Did he B, enlist the services of a female prostitute, pay her once they've finished, then murder her and take his money back? Or did he C, steal a car, drive past a rival gang, perform a drive-by shooting on that rival gang, and then get arrested after a brief pursuit with police?
Oh, I think it has to be the third one there. I mean, how would they know that he paid the prostitute if he killed her and took the money back? I mean, how would they know that? So yeah, the third one. I think the third one, please. Thanks, chap.
Robin Tate. You just gave this news quiz to Kim because it was, in fact, kill the taxi driver to steal the cab to get money to pay for more Grand Theft Auto game. Yes.
Dear Lord.
Yes, he stabbed to death.
It was in Mass Effect.
Yes, he was in Mass Effect. Apparently, I can't read or talk Australian. 19-year-old teenager stabbed a taxi cab driver to death and stole the cab. Wanted to get more money for Grand Theft Auto. There you go.
Sick.
Yes.
Sickly.
What's
But
his last speak pipe then, Greg? Is that his
I
closing?
don't know. Maybe it's a bonus.
Ooh.
I don't know.
All right, we're ready then.
Yes, I think.
All right, guys, thanks for playing. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope there was a winner. And just remember, you can't fix stupid. Because if you could, there'd be no stupid people left in the world, and we'd have none of this stupid news for me to get across to you. So that's it for me. I've knocked off from work. I'm about to go to the pub and have a beer with a couple of mates. Maybe a convo as well, eh, Greg? See you next time.
Thank you, Ian Chapstick, for that. Yes, that was awesome. Well done, sir. Well done. Kim, you've become like a quiz guru.
Hooray!
She's a legend.
Yes.
I'm good at something.
And as legends go, probably the better looking of the group.
Yeah, by far, yeah.
But
Thank you.
Even
I
in
don't
the
know
dark.
about that.
yeah. All right.
Such a light on. It's your part
all
as well. Come on.
Now-
I want to see your gorgeous locks.
Mark, since you have graced the podcast,
Yeah.
I don't think we can let you get away without having a news quiz question. So I do have one
Right,
for you.
okay. Yeah.
Nick Abbott, also friend of the show, he sent us in
Interesting, yeah.
a little trivia. So Nick chimed in, hey guys, thought I'd contribute to the trivia contest, or quiz, with a question. The cover art for Metal Gear Solid was based on which actor? Okay, which actor is the cover art for Metal Gear Solid based off of, Mark? Is it A, Michael Biehn, B, Mel Gibson, C, Dolph Lundgren, or D, Eric Roberts?
Are we talking about the first Metal Gear?
I'm just talking about Metal Gear. Metal Gear. So, I would assume the original,
Yeah.
for the sake of assuming.
I have no idea. I'm gonna go for the guy who was in the original Terminator, Michael Biehn.
Mark, right.
Wrong.
You just got that one right! Yes, it was in fact Michael Biehn.
Me and
Yes.
Kim are on a roll.
Yes, you are.
Was
You guys,
Michael Biehn the main character? Was he the wee skinny
It was.
bloke, was he?
It was a guy who
Yes.
came to help her,
yes, and if
and
I
ended
remember
up
his
being
name,
the father
Reese.
of John Connor.
Reese.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Yeah, it's
Son of a bitch.
30-odd years old.
God
Sorry.
damn it.
I'll get rid of that movie now. Can't watch that. Mark, you have a bonus question for getting that correctly. This
Is
is
that
also your penance for having the power go out. Mark, bonus question. Which film in particular was the cover art of Metal Gear Solid based on? Was it A, The Abyss, B, Aliens, C, The Terminator, or D, Tombstone? You got the actor correct, but which of his films was it based off of?
You could be trying to throw me off there, but I'm gonna have to go Terminator, aren't I?
Yeah, I probably should have given you this question before we started discussing that. But yes, in fact, it is the Terminator. Well done, well done. And Nick chimes in with keep up the good work on the podcast from your friendly neighborhood Wookiee, Nick Nitrous 15. I can't make a Wookiee sound, otherwise I would.
No, I can't. My son can, but he's in bed.
All right, fair
Wake him
enough.
up.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's staying here tonight, so I can't go up there and wake him up because I wake my kids up. Otherwise, I would.
Yes.
Don't want that.
No, they've been noisy today. Yeah.
Kids are like that.
That's the advantage of being grandparents. You can just say, "There you go, your problem now."
Yes. Does it sound funny to say you're a grandparent?
Yeah, it does, especially when they're sort of like not, but they are now, sort of thing. They call us
Right.
Nana and Granddad.
Yeah.
Um,
Because you don't look
What?
like Santa Claus, and to me, grandparents
I know, I
always
don't
are
look like
supposed to look
Dorian.
like Santa
Yeah.
Claus.
Dorian is a classic granddad, isn't he?
Or
Yeah, in a few weeks, I will be a real, true granddad. But,
Yeah.
we treat these two just the same, so
yeah.
they're brilliant.
Wait till next week, and then you won't. You'll ostracize them.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, "You're not my real grandkid."
Yeah.
All right. Let us move on. Oh dear God, what is going on with our
just
new
clicked
releases?
something.
Yes, you did. Thank you for that.
All right.
All right, new releases. Robin Tate, why don't
Fine.
you read them out?
Okay.
Especially now that Mark has just reorganized everything.
I
Something or not there.
hold on to take this little blue pill. Okay, new releases from the July the 31st until the 7th of August. Not August the 7th. It's the 7th of August.
Oh, August the 7th of August. At least I put the name of the month and the number down instead of trying to do number because that always screws you guys up. Because you guys do everything backwards.
It's very confusing.
I don't care if you were here first. You do it all backwards.
Okay, so for the PC, for iOS and Android on July the 31st, which would be today or yesterday in my case, Cosmonautica?
Cosmonautica.
That sounds like Space in Sea. Space in Sea. Cosmonautica. You can play it now. You've got the Swindle on PS3, PS4, Vita, PC, which is coming to Xbox. They were very sad that they delayed that a little bit. Etran Odyssey Untold 2, the Fanar Night. Class. It's for the 3DS on August the 4th. Galax Z on PS4, August 4th. Rare Replay, which I have pre-ordered and it is downloaded on my Xbox, ready to roll on August 4th. And Submerged on PS4 on August 4th. And Xbox One on August the 7th. So there are some releases in the summer. Swindle looks quite interesting.
Yes, and we actually will have some feedback on Submerged. We actually got a couple of North American codes for review for Submerged. So Kim is going to have her hand at doing a preview for us on Submerged. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. That said, let's
darker now?
It is getting darker in there, Kim. You're slowly fading out. It's just like I'm watching Back to the Future when he's looking at the picture and he's like slowly fading out of the picture. It's okay to turn lights on, Kim. Don't be afraid. I know energy crisis and all, but just at least a flashlight, something. All right. Let's see. We know there's. We have Minecraft servers. They're all sitting on Dorian's Xbox One and his PS4. But Dorian.
So if you want to play Minecraft, go around to Dorian's house.
Yes, go around to Dorian's house, knock on his door, say, come on, dude, kick on the old PS4, kick on the Xbox One, throw Minecraft up on there so we can play. Clan Wars, we all know it's a front now. It's just a fabrication of a game, and at this point, I don't believe anything that Robin says about the game. I don't believe Nicole for a moment. Clearly, Fraser has abandoned it. It's all gone to hell in a handbasket.
I'm still there,
I know. It is a thing. If you want to play Clash of Clans, we do have a clan. I suppose we should give it some props. So Clash of Clans, if you like the game, if you want to play it, it's better than the finger tapping bullshit, by the way, Kim. That is nonsense.
It is. I agree.
But... So don't play Tap Titans or Titan Tap, whatever it was called. Play Clash of Clans.
Yeah, someone mentioned that in the chat earlier, didn't they?
Yes. Well, Kim was talking about it. She's like, it's good for standing in the grocery line. I'm like,
yeah.
So yeah. Clash of Clans, reach out to Robin Tate, reach out to Nicole Radowski, reach out to Kim Woods, reach out to Fraser Moores.
Someone's playing it now?
Yes, thank you for that. That's very nice. Yes.
The beach is where it's at.
Yeah, the beach. The beach is taking over. Speaking of things that are phasing out, the golf club. Let's talk about this, Mark. We failed. We failed pretty hard this past week.
Yeah.
We got the new challenge up. It was the Roebuck.
Eventually.
Yes, eventually. The Roebuck cross-platform challenge number 23. I got it up, I want to say Saturday night. And so the challenge was out there. You got it up on Tuesday afternoon-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gary DeFelice, I'm not sure if he ever got it up, and then I also don't know if he posted the podcast or the challenge up. Yeah, okay, that was a horrible joke. Sorry, but yeah, so interest levels have waned. We haven't had as much participation. So, Mark, let's just go through it real quickly. Who on the PlayStation 4 played this past week? Let's give them their props for actually
Yeah.
making an effort, because
We have a grand total of 0. No one played it.
okay,
It's dead.
yes,
Well,
we had.
that's probably partly because I didn't get it up over the weekend, and I think the weekend's when most people play. But
Most
so, yeah, sorry
people,
about that.
yeah, we're getting it up on the weekend mostly, Mark. During the
I
week,
know.
you tend not to get it up.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm just.
It's an age thing.
it's an age thing, exactly. You save it all for the weekend, Mark.
Miranda.
Pop the blue pill with the wine for the weekend.
Yeah.
We
I
did
got
have
stuck the other day, and I had a stiff neck for days, man. It was awesome.
we did have 3 people play on the Xbox One. Filthy gave a shot at it. He came out at a plus 16. Apparently, it was not a very easy course. Quidjibo Jones, I think I got that right.
Nearly, it's nearest you've ever been. I'm sure Dave will be impressed with that.
I tried, Dave. I tried.
Better than Queasy is what you could.
Yeah, you know. Let's not go there. He got a plus 2. Plus 2, good for him.
Yeah.
And then Chinny. I think he was feeling good after the news quiz, so he took a shot at the golf club challenge, and he got a minus 2, or sorry, minus 3. I don't want to cut him short here. A minus 3. So we're gonna take a hiatus from the golf club challenge. I think at this point we're gonna let it lie. Maybe we return to it down the road if there's enough demand for it. But yeah, it's taking a nap. Kind of like Kim right now. Although I think Kim turned lights on. That's at least good news.
It's just a way to try and find some power.
Don't look for it at Mark's house. All right. Let's see. Robin, I'm going to have you talk about We Are Epic, and then Rich, I'll have you talk about victories achieved when we get down to that. How's that? All right. So, Robin, talk to me about We Are Epic. What is this thing? What is it all about? What do we need to know?
Okay, so this is the second time we've run a We Are Epic competition. What it is goodness, you know when you do something really class on your Xbox, your PS4, the PC, and you go, wow, I want people to see that, or it was really funny, or it was really glitchy. So the whole idea is that you grab no more than 30 seconds of that video. Xbox, record that. Sorry, folks. Xbox, turn off. No, sorry, put that as well. So you record 30 seconds of video and you upload it to our Facebook page, and you'll find that at easy ways to contribute. You'll go to epic.g4te.com, and what happens is that there's a $20 prize up for grabs. So the last chap that got it was Travis in the last couple of months that we've done this, and he was just being stupid, and he threw a hand grenade, it bounced off a wall and it killed him. It was so funny. So the way the videos are going, it's some of the stuff is really class, skillful. Some of it is really stupid, and some of it is really glitchy. But they're good to watch anyway. Like a fantastic hole-in-one, a fantastic goal, something unique in a race.
Epic moments, epic failures.
Yeah.
Right.
And the perfect game for it is Rocket League.
Yeah. So whatever the game, whether it be a lemonade stand, if you get a really good deal, something like that, there, you know. Yeah, Rocket League. Yeah. You're such a hipster. So yeah, go to epic.g4te.com. You'll see all the bits and pieces there. There's been some fantastic stuff from the Henwood, from Parsnip, from Robbie Jackson, some hilarious funny walks like Monty Python, some fantastic stuff that's out there. So upload your video, and you can enter into that competition and have a bit of fun, have a bit of a laugh at the stuff that's out there. You can check it out on fb.g4te.com at our Facebook page. So join in, please.
All right. Mark, you are our racing, well, one of our racing gurus. I should say Robin Tate, also a fan favorite racer. Mark, talk to me. Hot Lap challenges. What's going on there?
Yeah, we've got 2 ongoing at the moment. We've got one for the whole of July, which is on Project Cars, and it's cross-generation. So obviously it's covering PS4, Xbox One, and PC. You basically jump in the Formula A car, go around Silverstone GP circuit, and get the fastest lap you can in the time trials. And then once you've got the fastest lap you take a photograph with your phone or capture it on the dashboard or whatever you want to do, and tweet that to @gonzo_FK or post it on our forums or the Facebook page, and then at the end of the month we'll see who's the fastest. Right. We've also got a hot lap challenge on the new F1 2015 game, and this is run by Morty1884. This is also cross-gen between PS4 and Xbox One. Sadly, we've got no PC players who have this game yet, so we can't get any PC scores. But if you have got it on PC and you want to take a photograph of your lap, I'm sure we'll submit that. This challenge goes on for 2 weeks, unlike the Project Cars one. This is so that Morty can get all the tracks in, because there's 19 tracks.
Okay.
So we can get all the tracks in until the end of the season. So the first track is Melbourne, or Melbourne as we like to say. But according to Chapstick, is g'day, I'm from Melbourne. And it's...
And you said my attempt was bad. Come on.
Yeah, I know, sorry. And in the time trial, all the cars are equal, so you can pick any car you want. Yeah, we've got some pretty quick times at the moment. We've got Morty on the PS4 is currently winning with 125.800. Smurf is in second with 127.814, and David the Alien 127.892.
Yeah.
So yeah. So make sure you've got Morty1884 on your PS4 friends list and David the Alien on your Xbox One friends list, so they can see the leaderboards. If you could, please.
Right. I would like to propose a change to the hot lap challenge. I would like to propose a slow lap challenge. The slowest lap time without actually stopping. So you have to have constant motion. But that's what I would like to. I could do good at that.
There was a program in the 80s called TFI Friday, and they did a 20th anniversary one-off thing. The guy who hosts it, Chris Evans, he's a new guy who's taking over Top Gear, and he got his mum to go around the Top Gear test track. She was on a mobility scooter, and she's now holding the record for the slowest time. I think it was 27 minutes or something, was it?
Now, what is his name again? I'm sorry. This is like breaking
Chris
news
Evans.
for me. Chris Evans is the new host. Now, are the two previous guys coming back, or is it?
Nope. Nope. They have signed a deal
all no crew.
They've signed a new deal with Amazon.
Oh,
they're going to be on Amazon
Yeah.
Prime. Yeah.
And is Clarkson going to be there? Jeremy Clarkson?
Yeah. Clarkson, Hammond and May doing a rival show. It'll be out in 2016 on Amazon Prime.
Wow.
They had to go with either like Netflix or Amazon because for contractual reasons they couldn't release it in the UK.
Ah, wow.
So,
And also they get total editorial control now as well, so it'll probably be crazier than ever. Now there is a rumor this week,
and a few pennies in the bank as well.
Yeah, too right. And there's a rumor going this week that Jensen Button may also be a new host with Chris Evans. Yeah. So Chris Evans is he had the TGI Friday thing, and then he had his own radio station, and he sold the radio station to Virgin. Multi-millionaire is Chris Evans now.
He's big into his cars, isn't he?
Yeah. So big into his
car. What do you think? Do you think Top Gear survives this?
It might. It won't be the same.
No, it won't be. It'll have to be Chris Evans' slant on it, and he is such a unique character that it might actually be pretty original. But if they and don't forget your toothbrush. That's another thing you've done. That was good fun.
I love that.
If Amazon Prime were say to have the time that it was released every week, if it's going to come out every week at 9 o'clock, the same time as Top Gear, and probably that would be likely. Well, I would say that the Chris Evans Top Gear would probably die.
Well, so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this though. So I know you were saying there's some contractual problems, and so they had to go with something that wasn't a network within the UK. Yeah. Does that mean though then this show is not going to be available for Amazon Prime UK?
No, it's available for all Prime users.
Yeah, okay, all right.
All at the same time, worldwide, all at the same time, seemingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. Let us move forward. Victories achieved, Mr. Webster. Woo-hoo. We've got some announcements to make with this Victories Achieved this week.
We do have some announcements, Greg. And the winner for May to the end of July is Adam SK.
Adam SK 86.
Also known as Kyle Adams.
Yes.
He's a really nice
that
guy.
yeah, that guy.
Okay, I've spoken to him on Twitter before. We're friends. He completed Battlefield 4 way back on the 6th of... So he's going 6th of May, so he put in his time months ago. He's been waiting on the edge of his fucking seat, waiting for this. 96 total
we had
completions.
96 entries in that 3-month period. And he was
That's
winner.
more. That's more than I've had
Clearly I'm
sex
slacking.
ever.
Rich, we
This
need to work on that number for you. Yes.
Cheers. The podcast, that's why I'm doing a podcast. And,
Yeah, fair enough.
Playing DS at the same time.
Yes.
Well, Kyle Adams is going to be my bum buddy at EGX this year, so he's sharing a room with me. Yeah. So he is in for some good old bongo snoring, hopefully a bit of spooning, because it's
Bit of
not. There's
bongo
no,
love.
I've just found out today that there's only a double bed in the room. So
Right.
Kyle, baby, you can spoon me if you want. I don't mind. That's going to be great.
Where's
It'll be a weekend to remember.
Yes. That makes me think instantly of the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
They're not two pillows.
Oh, all right. Continue on, Rich.
Good first
Continue
game.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so victories achieved. This is the rules to enter victories achieved to win. You tweet a selfie or picture of yourself, ideally with like the credits or something at the end of the game. You take a picture and send it in on Twitter with the hashtag victory achieved, and you follow obviously at g4te.com as well, and you can win a $20 or £15 gift card for PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, or Steam Wallet.
Yes.
So the next contest is running as of, is it tomorrow, 1st of August?
Yes,
As
indeed.
of 1st of August, up until
Yes,
the 31st of October, which is, I believe, not Halloween, but let's say it's Halloween.
I believe it would be Halloween, but we
It was
won't-
Halloween.
No,
Yes.
I think it's All Hallows Eve. This Halloween thing's a load of bullshit.
Yeah, okay.
It's my favorite holiday of the year. You might just have been fired for that. Just saying. By the way, I will not be here for that podcast.
Awesome.
All right. Rich. Bastard. Keep going.
do you want me-
Yes.
Yeah. So this month, or this week, sorry, we had these entries for the victories achieved. We had the lovely Mark Annex, who's sporting the sexy Star Wars T-shirt with us right now. He finished Borderlands 2: The Handsome Collection, which is a collection of games nobody cares about. Pixel Theatre finished Journey. I gotta say, I watched the was it the Giant Bomb Journey video?
Right.
I watched the Giant Bomb Journey video on you know how YouTube comes up and it's like, hey, you might like this video from 4 years ago. So I watched the Giant Bomb quick look or whatever of Journey, and it looks beautiful. I've never seen it before in all these years. I've never seen even a screenshot of it. So
You know the
Impressed.
best thing about Journey? If you bought it on PS3 like I did, it's automatically available for you on PS4.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've started it
Frostbite.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
brilliant, is that?
that
Best.
developer's gonna go bust
Best scarf simulator ever.
ever. The sand is amazing. Honest to God, the sand in that game is as good as the fire in Alone in the Dark remake, which we
Oh,
mentioned before.
let's not talk about that, Rich. Makes me want
Inside
to cry.
joke. Caliburn M finished Sherlock Holmes Crime and Punishment, one of those detective games with wonky animations and weird British accents, like mine. Nick Nitrous finished Battlefield Hardline. Pilch Reed, he finished The Wolf Among Us, which was Telltale's first outing, I believe, in the engine of games that they're making right now. Was that right? That was their first one, or
No, no.
in the modern genre.
No.
Or was Back to the
Nope.
Future before that?
No,
No.
Wolf Among Us went back to the 360
Yeah, but was Back to the Future before or after The Wolf Among Us?
before.
Back to the Future was
before?
before Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So it's Walking Dead was the next generation of good stuff. That's when they started to get it right.
Yeah.
Walking Dead.
Yeah. The good
Back
stuff.
to the
there we
Future,
go.
I actually enjoyed that. I didn't mind that.
Yeah, I did. The kid who they got to voice Marty McFly did a
Yeah.
good impression.
Oh, yeah, it was brilliant, wasn't it?
I didn't know you did anything creative.
I love Back to the Future. Natras79 finished Batman Arkham Knight. Dastardly Jabby finished Alien Isolation and had to change his pants.
Yes.
Luckily, he was wearing brown ones, so no one could tell. But Bongo the Cian finished Cube Director's Cut. That was a good impression, that wasn't it?
That was not bad. Bongo the Scene.
Not as
I
good
don't
as
say it
seeing.
that way. Did I really say it that way? Don't go with the
That's
scene.
Yeah.
seeing.
I
The
don't
Oh.
want seeing. I
Yeah.
want
Seeing.
seeing. I don't say it. No, I do not say it that way. No
See, I've
way.
got Irish family. I've got Irish
Flowers.
family, so we're
Flowers.
cousins.
Film.
Oh my God.
J. Phillips.
Flowers.
It's like I'm
Flowers
fucking
and
listening to the Rain Man right now.
Potato.
Jeopardy's on.
We'll just see it.
Jeopardy. Jeopardy's on. Jeopardy's on. All right.
Hold on. Let me just one word. Just let me one word. Bastards. There.
Well played.
Wankers.
All right. Let
Assets.
us wrap this show up. It's a quick one this week. Kim,
Yes.
are you ready to talk about closing out the show?
If my browser will cooperate, yes.
If your browser will cooperate, talk me through this, Kim.
Yeah, it's freezing and doing a little swirly thing where it's freezing
then-
up.
If you would like me to talk you through it, I could talk you through it.
Okay then.
Kim, if you
Yes.
wanted to listen to this show live, you could just type into your browser that when it works, mind you, when it works, live.g4te.com, and that's going to just take you magically to our Twitch page. And you can watch us every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern, or if you happen to unfortunately live in the UK where there's no power, 11 p.m. at night. You can email the show like Nick Nitrous did and send us trivia. By the way, Jason Johnson, a little disappointed. I'm just going to throw that out at you. You could email podcast trivia, podcast@g4te.com. And we would love to get trivia questions from you. You also can send us a speak pipe like Ian Chadwick did. Just go to speakpipe.com, look up g4te.com. I think it's speak.g4te.com. I think that's the subdomain. I kind of deleted it. sp.g4te.com.
Yeah.
Kind of deleted it. Oops. But yeah, we still have a SpeakPipe page. It works fantastic, just like you heard Ian Chadwick. You could tweet us, because I'm on Twitter all the time. I know most of the world is on Twitter, even though it doesn't make any money. Everybody uses it. At OC_podcast. That's our Twitter handle. And of course, we have a Facebook page because that's what people of our age love is Facebook. So fb.g4te.com, that takes you to our Facebook page and our group. But if you're really wanting to get involved, you could submit an epic video of 30 seconds in length to epic.g4te.com. And that's where you could win money for just posting up a video of something cool, like a video game. Actually, post up a video game. Don't post up anything else other than a video game. Probably should have that out there. We do have a Green Man Gaming 20% voucher that can be found via our Twitter page and gmg.g4te.com. I think that's all correct. Is that not Richard Webster? I always get this part's wrong. It's somewhere.
Yeah,
in there.
the voucher code's on our Twitter. I tweeted it out a few days ago. GMG is where the gmg.g4te.com is where you go to buy it. And yeah.
Right. Okay. So the code is on our Twitter page, but you got to type in gmg.g4te.com to get to Green Man Gaming to be able to use the code.
It gives us a couple of pennies, to keep the lights on. Otherwise, we'll be in the dark, it'd be like this.
Or
So that's why
Kim,
my power went out, is it?
right.
Yeah.
That's why we were telling Kim to keep the lights off. Of course, I have air conditioning, lights on, and everything else going on here, but you guys have to suffer.
At least we've got water.
We do have a prize pool fund. If you feel generous and you want to donate to our prize pool, it's donate.g4te.com. We don't ask a penny from you, so you don't have to do it. We will keep the lights on in some of our houses and continue podcasting. And of course, iTunes. We're out on iTunes, so you could be listening to this recorded. And if you're enjoying that, then you know what? Thank you, one, for listening, and two, maybe throw us a review. Like J.R. Cooper. We know he's been listening to us on iTunes, I'm assuming. God knows it's not the Microsoft audio app. Maybe it's Stitcher. I don't know. But either way, give us a review. We'd love one. All right. I think that pretty much covers it. So let's do some shout-outs or shit-outs, whatever you want to do.
Greg, do me last.
Bad.
Rich, I will definitely do you last. You're the cute
Do me
one.
last.
Robin, why don't you go first?
Yeah, I want a big shout out to Nightcrawler, the movie, the film. Friggin' awesome. Watched it this week. Brilliant. Creepy. Sleazy. Horrible. Fantastic. Interesting. Watch Nightcrawler.
Can we just?
I also finished Ready Player One, the book, this week, and that is a book aimed solely and truly at us, gaming nerds that remember Pac-Man and adventure games. Friggin' brilliant book. Read Ready Player One. Really, really, really good. Check out the Internet Archive at archive.org for all that good old stuff. That's really cool. And lastly, Midlife Gamer. So EGX is coming up very, very shortly. The Midlife Gamer guys do a charity night on the Saturday night of the show. And that they raise lots of money for Games Aid. This year, it's tickets only to the Saturday night show. The tickets are only £5 each. The guys put on a fantastic evening every year, and this is the first night up in Birmingham. And of course, in my honour, it is in the Irish Club in Birmingham this year. So thank you guys for that. I'm touched. But make sure you get to midlifegamer.net and get your tickets for the Saturday night show. Tickets are already in 3 figures, so they're selling out. There is a limit to the amount of bodies that can have at the event in the night. Dancing, boogieing, partying. Goodness knows what they've got up their sleeves. Unfortunately, the dancing bit is going to be a bit odd because the majority of the guys, people that come to this are guys. So it'll be like the Blue Oyster Club. So if you want a night of the Blue Oyster Club, going balls deep with the Midlife Gamer guys, make sure you get on the Midlife Gamer and buy those tickets. It's for a good cause. Okay, that's me. I'm done.
Kim.
Lars.
Kim.
Okay.
Lars.
I would like to send a shout out to our listeners and watchers out there, and thanks for watching or listening, and have a good weekend, everybody. If you aren't actually already in the weekend, so yeah, that's me, Marcanix.
I want to shout out Shiny, co-host who's left and doing his own Twitch thing now. He's doing really well at the moment. He's improving, he's learning, and he's getting really good. We had some fun on Rocket League this week, so thank you very much for that. I want to shout out on Twitter. He's called at ImageDemon78. His name's John Bibby. Having some good conversations about Rocket League and the way things are going with. Oh god, my mind's gone blank.
It happens, just like your power.
I know. Yeah,
gone.
lights have gone out.
It's like
it was about competition between PlayStation and Xbox. Now it's good for gamers, and that's
yes.
Oh, that was it. PS Plus. Sony are going to start introducing where you can vote for what game you want to be on the next month's free games.
Right.
And he was saying, I wonder if Xbox is going to do that, and I said, well, I hope so. It's competition's always good.
Yeah, I've also heard some rumors, but take it for what it is. Rumors of PX Plus going up in Europe. Yeah.
I hope not. But, yeah. I'm surprised Xbox hasn't gone up because it's been £40 a year for a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think there's no way they're going to raise prices. They're too afraid to. But Sony might. They could probably afford to.
Yeah. Over to Rich.
Rich, I'll go first. I'll let you finish the show.
Oh, yeah,
Rich. How's that?
Well, I need 5 minutes, so
5 minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
I will give you 5 minutes of time at the end of the show. I will do shout-outs first. I want to shout out, of course, all of our listeners. Thank you for listening. Without you, obviously, this show is just a shell of what it could be, or what it is. I want to shout out some other podcasts. So I want to shout out Boss Wave Podcast. I want to shout out the Veteran Gamers Podcast, TS Coin and Jellyman, just because I like saying Jellyman. I want to shout out Game Punchers. I know I'm missing somebody. The Gamesman RPG. I want to shout them out. So I think that's kind of covered most of the podcast. And if I'm missing one, I apologize. But good podcast all the way around. Give them a listen. And of course, I want to shout out the 4 of you for making the show. Kim, thank you for last minute jumping into the seat. You weren't expecting to do this at all, so thank you for that.
I'm
Robin,
just scoring brownie points.
Yes, you are. You're absolutely scoring brownie points. Robin, thank you for showing up with the lights on. Rich, also thank you for showing up in the nick of time. And Mark, whatever, dude, power. Come on, pay your power bill.
Pay my bill, yeah.
Pay your bill. All right, that's it. Rich, over to you.
Because we didn't get any Jason Johnson trivia, I've got a back of the box question for you to round out the show.
Nice.
Okay.
I
And
like it.
I'm holding it in my hands now. I'll give you a clue. It's not from this generation. It's an old game. Okay.
All right. Okay.
You ready? I will read this and I'll replace the name of the hero with the word hero and the name of the bad guy with the word baddie. Okay?
All right.
The evil baddie is back. Out this time to save the world, and he's asking for help from his arch nemesis, our hero. Is this just a conniving plan to lure our hero into Baddie's next dastardly experiment? Can our hero win again, or will he join Baddie's mindless zoo? There is a second part to the back of the box which might give it away, so if need be, I'll read that bit as well.
Okay.
I'm going to go...
Music now, don't we?
Yeah, I know. We need music now. I may have to have you read that one more time, Rich.
I'll read it one more time and then I'll go around the room.
Okay.
The evil baddie is back. Out this time to save the world. And he's asking for help from his arch nemesis, our hero. Is this just a conniving plan to lure our hero into our baddie's next dastardly experiment? Can our hero win again? Or will he join our baddie's mindless zoo?
Oh, this sounds really familiar. I don't, and I'm just drawing a blank because everything I'm thinking of are games that have tandems, and I don't think that would fit. But I'll take a first stab.
Go for it.
I'm gonna go with Oh God, what the hell was that? And now I'm drawing a blank on the name. It was Ratchet and Clank Reloaded.
No!
That was horrible.
Let me show you the first page of the manual.
Well, yes, thank you.
Oh yeah, I know. Now I know
Help.
it. Yeah.
All right.
Kim, any ideas?
Banjo Kazooie.
Close.
that-
No cigar.
Oh.
It was on the right track though.
Hey.
Rich is
Not
a
even
known Banjo and Kazooie fan.
Yeah.
I
That's Crash Bandicoot.
It's got to be a sequel. It can't be the first one. It's got to be like
2. Cortex Strikes Back.
nice.
Awesome.
Is it? Yeah.
Yes.
Is that right?
You all have victories achieved. Victories achieved.
Crash Bandicoot 2 on the PlayStation.
Achieved.
Look at that.
Nice.
What can I say?
And I am the man.
Well played, Mark. By the way.
So yeah, Robin, for that you win. You win the receipt. I don't know why I've still got the receipt.
How much was it? How much? How much
When was the date?
Yes.
I actually bought it in, according to this, 2010.
And how much did you pay for it?
$1.95
£1.95
Very good.
pence.
from the now bankrupt Blockbusters.
Right. So if we go by my math, we subtract 5. You got it for free.
I got it for free.
Yeah.
Greg, just while Richard is doing his shout-outs, can you just quickly give me a number between 1 and 96?
I'm going to stick with my original number that I said before, 77.
Okay, Rich, carry on.
Okay, I just want to say big shout out to David Morton because we've been going on about Windows 10 stuff. So he's taking the plunge and having some issues. So anybody else who's having problems with Windows 10 upgrades, with games or drivers or whatever, just get on Twitter, send us messages. We'll do what we can.
Rich, what's your Twitter handle?
Big Bad Daddy.
Is that spelled out properly, or is that with are you elite?
With a 1, I'm going to have to email Twitter and say to them, the guy who's got Big Bad Daddy spelt Englishly hasn't tweeted for 3 years. Can I have his Twitter name? And I'll just see what they say. They might say, fuck off. Or they might say, sure, man, of course. Happy days.
Right.
Happy days, America. Halo 5. Master Chief. Xbox.
Pretty sure they will not respond that way. Just it's my gut feeling on that one.
It depends. It depends who they've brought to work that day.
Right.
You never know. And just a shout out to everybody. Do you know what? I work in the chemical industry. That's the industry that I work.
Right.
And I work for
By the way,
a major.
Rich, you're a meth dealer. Let's just come clean.
For a major
Is a Walter White in the making?
Yes.
global distributor of chemicals, chemistry, global, like massive, $1 billion. And obviously, there's a lot of hazards when you're working in the chemical industry.
Right.
There's, we can have like DEFCON 5 chemical meltdowns and all this. I suffered a massive hazard today in the office, and I almost had to go home. It's probably the most riskiest thing that could have happened to me in my job. I got
Spilled a cup of tea on you.
I got a paper cut on this finger,
No.
Paper cut
and it stings like a motherfucker.
could lead to infection.
Make sure you get that reported, Rich, because it could
Right.
go septic. You might have to put a claim in.
Yep. Workers' comp.
It was I cut it on that 1,000 milliliter boiling flask that Heisenberg keeps passing me. The paper cut. So yeah, that hurts. So I've had to pull it together for the podcast, but I think I made it.
I understand why you were late to the show now.
Yeah, I had to find some Valium. I had like 6. Before the
Nice.
show. I might go play some Crash later.
I think
I've still
that's
got
a
my
good
There you
call.
go.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my shout outs. Thanks to the listeners as well. Whatever. Cheers.
Robin, what did
Okay.
my secret number get somebody?
Yeah, so a bit of breaking news. I just sent a tweet to Kyle about how he won the Victory Achieve competition, and Kyle has very generously said that he would like to donate it and put it back into the pot for another guess. So your guess has picked out Mr. Miyagi, 1984, who on the 10th of the January, February, March, April, May, on 10th of May, he finished Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones.
Nice.
And for that, he wins the Victory Achieve competition. Congratulations, sir. And thank you very much, Kyle Adams. So,
I'd
get
just
drunk.
like to say thanks, Kyle, because that's going to cause a lot of problems now because he's in Australia, and we've never bought currency in Australia before. Points.
No worries.
So this is new ground for us.
Mark,
Yeah,
all you
yeah.
have to do is buy it in the opposite direction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Add
All
5
right.
instead of deduct 5.
Yes, we're adding 5 and subtracting 5. And
And
then
with the time travel, it's probably 0. So.
Yeah. I sent it
all
now.
right.
We might get it last week.
Yeah.
well played.
So very, very good. Excellent. Thanks very much, Kyle. That's lovely of you. And
Yes, it's
congratulations,
super nice
Mr.
of you,
Miyagi.
Kyle. Congratulations to both Kyle and Mr. Miyagi.
I
And
think I'll have to deliver that personally.
you should. Well worth the trip. Yeah, absolutely. Let's wrap this up. It's done. This is the podcast.
He lives in Harrow. He lives in England.
That's what you get for joining the podcast right at the end.
Exactly. Yes.
Wizard.
Wizard.
Rick, I could play the outro.
Go
Yeah,
for
that's
it.
a good idea.
You want us
Play
to
the
take us out
outro.
here?
Take us out.
Bye, everyone.
See you later. Xbox.